You already know what time it is, man. The young goat in the building. Make sure you tune in to True Hill Heat Podcast.
Oye, te habla tío Sabio Vega. This is Sabio Vega and you watching True Hill Hit a mi manera o para la calle.
All right, ready when you are.
Hey guys, I may have go away heat, but these guys have true heel heat. So you better listen to the podcast or else I'm gonna kick you in your fucking cock and balls. I'll get it.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching True Heel Heat Podcast.
Why, Kanan? Why? Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, as well as our True Hill Heat Facebook and Twitter for our Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 10, Gimme That Weight review. And yes, we're talking all about the final episode of Season 4, the Season 4 finale, where yes, we have to ask the question, did Kanan take out Rock? And of course, to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague, the princess of all the True Heels, Miss Krssi Love. How are you doing?
I am doing well. What's happening, everybody? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night. The episode was going great till the ending. Episode was amazing till like the ending happened. But I don't think that he got his mom. I think someone he intervened. Someone came. He seen someone behind her, and that's who he shoots. So yeah, that's my theory.
You would hope.
I would hope. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens for the next season when it comes out, which will be the final season, as if you don't know.
Yep.
But I do feel like that's not where he's gonna get. He's not gonna take her out yet. I think they need her for this final season, and then he will take her out once it's once he does, it's gonna be too late. He's gonna realize what he did was and the people that were all manipulating him. He's gonna realize it too late. I think I said that maybe the last review we did. He's gonna do something, and he's gonna realize that he made the biggest mistake, and it's gonna be too late because you already did what you already did what you did. Because he's a dummy. He's gonna do it. It's just I don't think it's gonna be right there and there though.
Well, spoiler alert, I don't agree. I think that
Oh, you think he does it? Oh my god, no.
I think he shot his mom. What we're gonna talk all about it.
You see my tagline is Kanan's a dummy. He's a dumb nigga. I'm sorry. I hate him. I thought when you hate he goes up there with the girl from Yellow Jackets now. He's up there with her now.
Oh, Shauna?
Yeah, he's
Shauna,
up there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hate him. I hate him just like I hate Shauna.
I mean, like, I didn't like Kanan when Power first started because he
yes.
was playing all his games and
Mm-hmm.
he was working
Mm-hmm.
with Pink Sneakers to set
Yeah.
up Tommy
Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
Ghost, and I didn't fuck with him at
Yep.
all. And
Same.
then
Same.
over time, I grew to like him because I felt like
You
Tommy and
understood
Ghost
him,
they got what they was coming to them because they
right?
set him up and
Mm-hmm.
he taught them the game and then they tried to basically take him out. But I mean, this season finale made me just go back to I don't like this nigga.
Nope. Exactly what you're saying. Yes, absolutely. I was like, no, you were just you. And every time he spoke and he said something, I'm like, oh my god, here we fucking go. That was me the whole
Yeah.
episode. I was like, oh my god, like if you just write dumb on your forehead, son. Just write dumb.
Well, yes, we appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can share this video with all your Power Universe friends, family, and friends on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We're going to be doing nothing but Power reviews for all the season. Next up is Power Force coming up this fall. We'll also be doing some BMF reviews here on the channel, and we're going to be talking about all of the 50 Cent verse, but we're going to talk all about it because we got a lot to get into with this season 4 finale. So we appreciate y'all, and of course, if you're with us live, sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys. If you're watching us on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about the season 4 finale of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. We got our good brother DeMarcus in the chat joining us, saying, "What's good, everyone? Good to see you, DeMarcus." He says, Howard said that Kanan can't shoot. Rock is alive. Yeah, I think he shot her, but I don't think she's dead.
Oh, okay, all right. That's okay.
Yeah,
I like that even better then.
I think she's
gonna shoot properly.
I think she's gonna have her Monet moment where she see all the people that she's wronged in the purgatory life. We also got Power Driver Finisher in the chat, says, "I know heartbreaks, setups, bitch. If I crap out, I'm sure I'm gonna get back." He also says, "Honestly, I think he was about to, but Juke got to her first. She was speaking facts straight to Rock's face. I don't think Juke shot Rock. I think if anything, if Juke is there, she's stopping Kanan, and that's how Kanan gets the mark on his neck. Because there's a scar on Kanan's neck in the OG series that they said that Jukebox gave it to him. Courtney Kettle said that in an interview. So I would think that Jukebox got there just in time and shot him, like scraped his neck with the bullet, and
like it grazed him.
Yeah, and that's
I'm
what
not
stopped.
I'm not mad at that either. The only reason I say his gun does go off because we'll get into the episode of how like people are starting to attack the family.
Yeah.
And I feel like they were coming. The only person that know where she live at is one person. And I feel like he's going to send them there. But we'll get into it, and I think that's where it kind of intervenes, and he doesn't, someone gets shot though. I know that for sure. Just what an ending! Jesus Christ! I'm just happy my Uncle Marvin is alright.
That we gotta be grateful for our blessings. Uncle Marvin is alive. That's all we can tell you ahead of time.
Because I was going through it. I was like, why they keep doing all these scenes? He got to have this little heart-to-heart with his daughter. Then he go see the girl. Then he had to fight with his sister. I'm like, oh no, Marvin is.
It was the scene with Amber going to her new foster parents, and then combine that with what Jukebox said to Aisha. That I need to stay in New York from my dad. My dad's the most stubborn stubborn nigga I know, and he changed from me. He never left. My mom left, all these people left, but he never left me. I gotta stay in New York for him. I was like, oh
It was that line. I was like, nah, son, he about to. Oh, I was like, come on, Uncle Marvin, now we need you, bro. We need you. Rock didn't mean that stuff. She was angry, but you did mess up everything. But it's all right.
It's all right. We still love you, Uncle Marvin. We still love you.
We still love you, man. So what? You messed up the stuff, but it's all right. Oh, we got to talk about we got so much to talk about. Oh my goodness, this episode has so much shit happening.
Yeah. DeMarcus says Kanan did save Ghost's life when Dre shot Ghost in OG Power. I mean, he shot at him. I don't think he did. Dre never actually shot Ghost, like landed on Ghost. We got DeMarcus who says Rock actually got her karma from everyone checking Rock for her BS. I mean, I'm going back and rewatch this shit. Like okay, she lied to Kanan about his father. Okay, she made Kanan shoot his father. But that's about it. That's about it for him.
Because he could have said no.
Grudge,
he could have said no.
For him to have this much grudge, like I was like, we there should be more. There should be more that we can go back to. Like she ain't do that much to ruin Kanan's life. Like the way he's going in about it. It's not karma. I wouldn't call it that. Power Driver Finisher says, actually, that could play into why he was such a bitch towards Juke in the OG series. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something big has to happen between. I mean, we see the cracks forming between him and Juke at the end of this season, but something big has to happen in season 5 for why they were in the state they were when they first see each other again in season 3 of the OG series. We got DeMarcus who says Jukebox cut Kanan with a knife for Kanan to get the scar on his neck. I mean, it don't necessarily have to be a scar. It could be a gunshot. It could be a bullet scraping him in the neck or something like that. It could be any number of things.
It could be anything that grazed him, yeah.
I think it's a scar, but a scar doesn't necessarily always have to be a knife per se. We also got Power Driver Finisher who says, "We love you, day late, dollar short." Marvin, yes, that's what you know it's gonna be, nigga. A day late and a dollar short.
Don't do Marvin like that. Don't do him like that, man. Don't do. We still love you.
He had to get his fucking Lulu speach. This is the same speech as she be giving to Lulu.
Yep. It had to happen because you did a couple of fuck ups, bro. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're still my brother.
Exactly.
So you still got to do this, and you still got to, you still got to get this good quick lashing at you. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be right if I don't do it.
Yeah, she's not being fair because Lulu always get the business. So it's about time that Marvin got his too. So. Yeah. So let's talk about this episode. We got one more comment to feature here. We see Dion's joining us in the chat here. He says, I thought Rock was done this episode. She was moving like Ghost in OG Power season 6 when he was getting into it with everyone. It was like that. It was her like kind of just having her last array. The only person that she didn't really beef with is Lulu because we've seen that in like every season finale. So it was like, you know what? We're not going to do it on this one.
It was only fair because she gave Lulu his stuff. I think he got his stuff on the last episode. Well, nigga, I need you. I'm a dragon slayer. Okay, well, give me some dragons. All right, no problem. I need you to be on here. I need you to be ready. He got his lashes ready. He's done his part. Now, Marvin was the next one that had to get the lashing. He had to accept it was going to come because there's too many mess ups now. Again, she always got to clean up niggas' shit. So this is what happens.
She always is holding the weight for the family.
Correct.
Kind of, yeah. It was kind of like Lulu gave Kanan one of Rock's speeches himself. Yep. I mean, yeah. Yep. So. Let's talk about this episode, though. Episode 10, Give Me the Weight. The episode begins with Rock visiting Unique's hideout, of course, where she confronts him about his recent interactions with Kanan. She warns him about involving her family members in his vengeful crusade. However, he informs her that Kanan thinks of her as a greater enemy than him. which should send shudders down her spine. And it was a bit of foreshadowing of how this episode would end. Frustrated by his stubborn attitude, Rock promises to involve Unique's family members in the war as well if he doesn't back away from Kanan. During this whole meeting, he starts going in on Rock. He was like, I was smashing that Lulu, telling Lulu that he smashed his sister. He went too far. How did you feel?
I was like, Dad, Unique, at the point I was with you, but Dad, you really gotta like take a low blow, Lou ain't need to know none of that stuff, bro. Like, come on, like you just trying to like you stab me and then you want to turn it all the way around to make sure I bleed out. That's what you want to do.
This nigga was like, and Big Sister likes it a little rough. She like a nigga to be a little mean with it.
She called me Daddy. I was like, oh, come on, bro.
She even called me Daddy.
I was like, bravo to Unique for playing this role. He's doing it so well.
Amazing job. Amazing job by Joey Badass. Amazing.
Joey Badass is doing it.
He went back to the Unique of old, not Crash Out Unique that we've seen most of the season.
Yep. The original one.
But yeah. So after once this meeting is over, Rock tells Lulu to find out where Pranessa is hiding and keep a watchful eye over her every move. And this leads to this leads to Lulu becoming Joe Goldberg from You. Basically.
Just watching everything. He told her to stay her ass in the house, but of course she didn't do that.
Nope. We knew it. We said that when she originally told her.
Yeah, we told you Pepperoni was gonna come outside and do everything, and now listen.
Not Did you just call her Pepperoni?
Yeah, Pepperoni. Yeah.
Pepperoni. That's a new one. That's a new one. I gotta hand it to you. That's really good. It's a good
one. Yeah, I think it's great.
Pepperoni. Now I can never call her anything but Pepperoni now. Like you done ruined Pranessa for me. Now she's Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
But can't believe you call her Pepperoni. But so yeah, now Pranessa is on the hit list. Basically, Lulu
as she should.
Yeah.
She gotta get this work too. It's all fair games. Yep, it's all fair in love and war. And this is you started this, Unique, not me.
In the meantime, the episode actually starts with Kanan, who is just going ham. He snapped after he's been devastated by the news of Crystal's death from Jukebox. He flings objects around the room in desperation and confused as to why anyone would harm his innocent girlfriend. However, in the back of his mind, he suspects Rock may be behind it. And that he thinks that that Rock's behind everything that happens to him. He thinks that she was responsible for Famous. He says that that Bonnie and Clyde, aka Snaps and Pops, basically told him that Rock was the one who got the crooked cops to kill Fame. And Jukebox, an interesting thing that Jukebox says here, she's the first one to kind of talk some sense into Kanan and basically be like, yo, Bonnie and Clyde always got an angle. There's a reason why they're telling you that. I think that maybe Kanan stores that in the back of his mind, and by season 5, that's when he figures out that they were behind all of this. What do you think?
I think
you think there's no hope for him at this point.
It's too late. He's too far gone. That it's just too much. It's too many people that he keep losing that he was close to, and he's just seeing red. And he's not going to listen. He's not rationalizing, and he just will anyone that just says Rock did it, he'll believe them, regardless of whatever proof they even say. If it's his mother, he has just so much hate for her, and one of our guys in the chat was like, we don't even understand why he hates her so much. Yeah, she lied about your daddy. Okay, fine, whatever.
Well, and it works out for you because everybody thinks that fucking DEF CON is your father. Like, this is working out for you.
They think you come from this big old kingpin. No.
You a cop baby. In the meantime,
Definitely
Marvin
trap
tries
kid.
to Marvin tries to make amends with Stefano over his involvement in the Howard Beach murder, saying that Early just be talking shit and he's just trying to save his own ass. He tries to attribute the blame for the incident to Tyler's head. However, Stefano does not buy the excuse because Marvin had vouched for Early Tyler's involvement in his empire.
That's true.
Therefore, he must bear the burnt of any bad decisions that may have come out of the arrangement. Although Marvin tries to protest this and tries to work everything out, Stefano shuts him down, stating that he regrets ever getting into business with him or his sister, that he's been thinking with his wrong head. And he was like, my dick doesn't even work right. Why am I doing this? He
He's like,
regrets
damn
the
you,
part.
20, damn you.
He regrets the partnership because gangsters like Phil Russo are now challenging him and vying for his power, which would have been a non-incident in the past. As a result, the deal between Stefano and Rock's empire is scrapped, and with Marvin taking much of the flack for it. So it's just like, man, it's kind of what you deserve at this point, Marv.
Unfortunately, yep.
Unfortunately. DeMarcus says Rock also lied about Scrappy taking himself out to Kanan. I mean, she lied. I mean, that's not an offense though. That's not a reason to hate her so much.
Yeah.
And she only reason she lied was to protect Howard. Howard was the one who fucked that shit up.
Yeah.
Who gave the wrong information to Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't on Rock's head. I think that's taking it too far if that's the reason, if that's one of the reasons. But he don't even mention Scrappy when he's getting mad at her. When he bringing up every offense that she did to him, he don't even bring up Scrappy.
That's the least of his worries. He worry about Crystal, Fame, OC, and then the other person. I can't remember their name. That Lou took out. Shit, can't remember.
Oh, D-Wiz.
That nigga, him. Yep.
Yeah. DeMarcus says Unique basically said cancel that bitch to Rock. I'll go buy another one to Rock. Nino Brown style, especially talking to Lulu. Yeah, he was on his shit in that scene. He was his shit. Then next we had elsewhere. Rock finds her business crumbling steadily as after Stefano cuts the deal with Marvin, she goes to the Golden Pavilion and its owner decides to move away from South Jamaica, New York, because of the increasing number of dead bodies cropping up around Rock. Despite Rock's best efforts to convince him otherwise, there's no change in the outcome. He basically tells her like he makes the comparison like she's an old kind of Korean monster that doesn't even know it's a monster and it just destroys anything that it touches. And it's just like, God damn. I can't say that's a false description of Rock though.
I mean, he's not wrong. Absolutely right. Everything was happening, and it's kind of like lead all back to her. So he, it's fair for him to say, you know what, I really need to get out of here, and I don't want to be a part of this. So I'm going to move on my family, and it's okay.
Yeah, he was like, that's why he wasn't even like kind of dealing with her threats, because he was like, I moved all my family out of here. I'm just getting the fuck up out of here. I'm closing shop. I can't do this anymore.
Nope.
She also faces scrutiny from Jukebox, who, after Jukebox has a meeting with Detective Garcia outside of her favorite pizza shop, he approaches her and says that she's now a person of interest in the murder of Crystal because someone in the building said that they saw a black woman walking out of the apartment where they think Crystal was murdered. So Jukebox basically says, fuck you, 5-0, and walks the hell away. But now she has a reason to approach Rock. So she tells her about Rock's increasing paranoia and belief that Rock was behind the murders of Famous and Crystal. although she maintains her innocence in the matters, there's too much distrust between all the family members at this point. And she basically tells Rock about herself. She's like, you have never saw me. I've been around and I've saw. She was like, you may not have seen me, but I've seen you this whole time. I've seen everything that you've been doing. And she was like, I probably know you better than anyone else. And it's never been about me. It was like, anytime you've talked to me or you notice me, it's just been about Kanan. Like, it's always about take care of Kanan, look after Kanan. And the only reason that you ask me anything is because of Kanan. So this basically leaves Rock upset. She basically calls Crystal out. I mean, calls Jukebox out for basically being like her father, being sloppy and running into things without thinking twice about it. And she was like, and Jukebox basically shut her the hell up by saying, I'd rather be like him than be like you, and walks away.
I was like, oh, that's another dagger that you. I was like, dang, yo, why you got to do that to this homegirl like that though? But I guess she kind of deserved it, so you know.
Yeah. And this came right after Rock had basically yelled at Marvin, scene with Marvin, where she basically called him out for everything that happened with Stefano, saying that he's a day late, a dollar short nigga. It was like, we would have been through all of this if you just would have taken care of Early Tyler, which he did in this episode. He went to Early Tyler's hotel and shot him up and took care of him finally, but she's absolutely right. Rock was right. It's too late.
It's too late now. You took care of him a little too late, because now look, he done messed up everything. He done burned our bridges. Literally.
Yeah. It's rough out here. Yeah. Juke. This was a great scene between Juke and Rock. They both are probably the two best actresses on the whole entire show.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree.
DeMarcus says Jukebox should have questioned Garcia about Pop, because Pop is thicker
I would
and
have
shorter
said
than Rock in stature. I think that they're gonna go. The thing I think that's gonna happen is they're gonna go back to the apartment and they're gonna question whoever saw the black woman coming out of the apartment. I think they'll go back to that. I think that might be an Easter egg, that they might go back to that apartment and talk to that person who saw the black woman coming out and question her, and she's gonna be like, no, it wasn't Rock.
Because that's what I was gonna say. I would have told him, so what all black people look like now? Because because there's a black lady that came out, is you just assume it's me. Like that would have been my answer back to him, like, so we all look alike. And that's what I would have told, like, I would have that's what Kanan is not thinking, is like, oh, they just said they seen a black lady leave up out of the thing. Okay, what she look like? Did she have long hair? Did she have short hair? Was she fat? Was she skinny? Was she tall, short, stock? It's so many different, like, all black people don't look alike. Was she light skinned? Was she dark skinned? What she look like? They just saw a black lady.
Like, is she the only black lady in the game? No, she obviously is not. So,
and like, why would your mom even be over over that area?
Yeah,
like, you're not thinking with your head, bro.
Ask her for an alibi. Where was she on the night of?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we got Barry Driver Finisher. It says she was always dismissive of Juke, always. After she was done with whatever she was arguing about with Marvin, Kanan, or Lou. I think that, like, for that scene, you can really feel that that Rock was, like, disappointed, as well as kind of like felt like alone. She felt abandoned, because throughout all the issues that she's had with Lulu, all the issues he's had with Marvin, all the issues he's had with Kanan, the one family member she can always confide in is Juke. Juke's the only one that knows that she was pregnant and had an abortion. She's the only one in the family who knows that. And then when Marvin got arrested when she was younger, she brought Juke into her home. They really have, like, it goes beyond auntie and niece. It goes like, it's like mother and daughter. It's like she was really the mother that Juke always wanted. So absolutely. DeMarcus says Jukebox was actually right when she called out Rock. No, she wasn't. She wasn't right. She was questioning her. How she was calling her out for something that she didn't do.
She did not.
She was right. she was right in what she said about her never seeing her, but she wasn't right in calling her out.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah,
And
that
the
scene
fact
was
that
a
no one
rough
is
one.
believing her is because of all her things that she has done. Like, it's crazy.
It's like the boy who cried wolf. Like no one's gonna believe her. No one trusts her.
Nope.
Meanwhile, you get Snaps and Pop. They're encouraging Kanan to become a powerful distributor by himself without his mother and her influence at all. They basically meet up with him in the restaurant, and they basically they urge him to meet up with their nephew, who happens to be a key player in the surrounding region. He's doing big business in East New York, and they have their own connects. It was like, they asked about the whole proposition from Unique and to work with him and talk about his Italian connects, but they really want him to meet with their nephew because they are two young entrepreneurs who could work together and do some business together. And as soon as they said nephew, I was like, what? So they are even more important than we thought. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're the link between Kanan and Breeze. This was like mind
And they talked
blowing.
about Breeze and because I had to I got to refresh my memory like who Breeze was from the OG series.
Yeah, he was basically the Kanan's partner in the business. They were running the drug business before Tommy and Ghost took over. Tommy and Ghost shot Breeze to basically take over. They shot Breeze and they basically conspired. Yeah, set up Kanan to get arrested.
Got it. Okay. Because I had to refresh my memory. I'm like, wait, who was Breeze? Like, where did Breeze come from? And they say you the years like early 90s is the early 90s, right? So like kind of like figure out like what's happening at this time, and you go from
this is apparently like the winter of 1992, because when Kanan goes to see his grandmother's gravesite, it says that she passed away in November 1992. So
okay,
I think that's the big key. One of the big keys of this episode is that they gave us kind of a timeline of where we're at in the story.
Right.
So yeah, that was a big kind of Easter egg there, and then this leads to a whole bunch of other stuff. We get Marvin. He goes to see Amber, meet her new foster parents. He's right outside and he's watching her. She kind of was giving him a weird look, like
yeah.
I was somewhat confused, but I was more like maybe she's disappointed because this might be the last time that she sees him or what. But hey, she did good. She didn't snitch on Uncle Marvin. So shout out to Amber. Amber's a real one.
I want to say Amber actually a real one because again, she kind of like seeing that he's trying to been like caring for her and making sure that she's okay, even when her dad was alive still, whatever. So I think that Amber has like a soft spot for Uncle Marvin, like we do.
Absolutely, we all do. Everyone loves Uncle Marvin. We also see Jukebox and Aisha. They go to see the producer or the woman that was in charge of Butter last season, and she wants to talk to them and check on them after Crystal's murder. And Jukebox is she's somewhere else. She's not in that room. She's looking off. She's asking her like, Juke, are you okay? Are you here with us? She's like, I'm just
trying to just keep it together.
I'm just me. She was like, I'm the same. I was like, before I was different, but now I'm just the same, basically. We got DeMarcus who says Amber is giving me Elisa Marie vibes. Yeah, maybe. You remember Elisa Marie?
Who was that?
That's Proctor's daughter.
Oh, right. True.
I can see that.
I could definitely see that resemblance right there. Yep.
Yeah. We get Unique. He's going around. He goes to see Sal's widow, and he basically is talking to her to work her magic with Phil Russo to basically start this war with Rock. And I thought Unique was going to clap them cheeks. To be honest, like the way he was hugging up on her and he was getting all close.
The way she was hugging up on him. That way.
True. This is
not the other way around. Let's just.
He was hugging up on her too. He was,
but I think it was more from her side than him, though.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he looked like he was going to clap them cheeks. So she basically she tells him that she's going to talk to Phil Russo. She was like, if I can't protect my family, I'm gonna make damn sure that I protect yours. Jukebox and Aisha, they smash yet again. This time it was better, apparently, according to Aisha. Now that Juke got some more experience with that Spanish girl at the bar, and she's all happy. She sprung because she's up here being like, "You should come to Spelman now." Oh, now this.
Now you want me to come to Spelman?
Now you want me to come to Spelman? Now
before you was like, no. Yep.
Got some nerve out here in these streets. But the outfit that she was wearing when she was smashing was so similar to what she was wearing when she was smashing the old girl in the OG series. The white tank top and everything, like it was just too similar. I was like, man, we getting more and more shades of the jukebox of old. So yeah, she asks her, but Juke says that no, she can't leave, and she was like, I thought you wanted to get away from your family, basically, and she was like, no, I'm here for my family, and she was like, the main person I have to be here for is my father. He was like, after everything he does, he was the most stubborn nigga ever, and he changed for me, and he never left, and he's always been here for me, so I can't leave him now. So this is when I was like, oh god. I was doing prayers. I was out here being like, Lord, please don't.
Yep. Yo, you and me both, SP. I promise you. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna get Uncle Marvin. These scenes keep y'all foreshadowing that something that's gonna happen. I'm like, oh no, not Uncle Marvin, please.
No, nigga, no. So I was getting very worried. I was getting very worried at this point. Back to
nervous.
Phil Russo.
Real nervous.
Back to Phil Russo. So he got talked to by Sal's wife, and now he goes to Stefano, and they have a meeting in the park. And this was just way similar to Dre meeting up with the crooked priest.
Yeah.
With the crooked priest in the OG series.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I know this is supposed to be a private meeting, a one-on-one meeting, but you better have some backup, Stefano, the way you be moving. I don't understand how you went up to this park without no backup at all.
Nothing whatsoever. And come to find out, homeboy told him to do so he could be in charge.
Yep.
I was like,
we found out that Phil Russo was behind this, that he wanted Stefano to take out Sal so he could basically become the head chair in New Jersey. And but he's messing shit up by working with Unique and starting this war and trying to take his street, trying to come into South Jamaica. So Phil Russo, he feigns like he's gonna listen to him, like, yeah, we're all good out here. He basically was like, I give. He was like, you can't give me something that was already mine. And then he just pulls out a knife, stabs him right in the rib cage.
Nobody there, daylight.
Says, I give and I take. And then he twists the knife, and then he pulled it out, cleaned off his knife, and walked away. But we didn't see Stefano die. He still had his eyes open. He was holding up the wound and everything. So the next time we saw Phil Russo is when Unique comes to see him to give the okay to go to war because Rock is threatening his family. And he basically gives him the okay because he was like, I took my shot and I missed. Meaning that Stefano is not dead.
I was like, oh, Stefano's still alive, son. You ain't kill that man? Because you're supposed to jug him more than once, yo.
Exactly. You're not supposed to jug him and then twist the knife. You're supposed to bang, 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 bang.
You're trying to puncture everything up in there, yo.
Exactly.
One thing that
you better stab and then move to the side. You better just stab, move to the side, cut them open. You better see the insides coming out.
They always say if you're gonna do it, you better not miss. And what he do, he missed, and now he gonna have to pay. Now it's really war. It's gonna be a whole bunch of wars now. So
absolutely. So he gives Unique the okay to go to war. Then you also have Rock. She's ready to go to war, especially after hearing about Stefano. He's out of commission. He's in the hospital and it's looking a little shaky. So she gives the mission statement to Lou, saying that it's time for him to get Pernessa and the kid Jerome. Basically, we had seen that Lulu was stalking Pernessa on his Joe from You status, basically following her around because the homeboy from Unique's crew, he was picking the mother up from her house and bringing her to the hospital, but Pernessa was there. So what Lulu did is he followed her to see where she was staying, and basically later on in the episode we see him pull up on her after she came home with some groceries with Jerome, and he's with B Rilla. B Rilla got a job. He's a getaway driver. Let's go.
I mean that's something he's used to already. He was driving for the.
He don't want to be involved. He want to be the getaway driver. So this is perfect job for him.
Yeah.
Perfect job for him.
Now I thought they was gonna kill her, but no, he kidnapped her. I was like, okay, you're not gonna kill her, but we're gonna hold you for ransom. No problem. I guess that's a little bit better.
He took Jerome and Pernessa. They put them in the car, but that was the last we seen of all four of them in this scene right here. We got a couple of comments to feature here. We got Demarcus says Unique see Pernessa and Teresa Baselli. You gonna clap them cheeks like her name Pernessa? I'm here for it. We also got Demarcus who says Phil Russo stabbed Stefano just like Dre did Father Callahan. Phil Russo is very treacherous. The key thing is that I think Dre stabbed him in the heart, or he stabbed him directly in the ribs. Mm-hmm. He must be more precise. He got better accuracy on that stabbing than Phil Russo. Phil Russo out here fucking up, taking his shot and missing.
And missing badly. Trying to be you want to be the number one guy. You can't even kill nobody correctly. Damn.
DeMarcus said Phil Russo stabbed Stefano just like Lady Z did Claudia in Force. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Claudia is alive.
You said that from before when we did the review. You was like, nah, I don't think she dead, son. I think she's still alive. I was like, damn, you think she's still alive? And you like, yeah, because they didn't show nobody, nobody dead, nothing like that. So
I always remember what Unique told Marvin in season 2. If you don't see that body, they ain't dead.
Yep. He been right so far.
It is what it is. He tells the truth. That's what this nigga does. Then we get Detective Garcia. He goes to see Kanan, and he basically tells him the same information that he had told Jukebox, that they saw a black woman walking out the apartment that they think Crystal was murdered. So now that's all this nigga Kanan needed to hear, because this came after he had a meeting with Lulu at Cafe Vu, where Lulu basically told him about himself, being like, I will always be there for my family, because Kanan was upset with Lou for working with Rock again. But he was like, he basically is suspecting that Rock is the one who's behind Famous Murder. And he's like, no, she didn't do that. She wouldn't do anything like that. He was like, let me tell you something. He was like, your grandmother got really sick towards the end. And what did she do? She asked me and Marvin to take her life, to take away her pain, to give her some peace in this world. Me and Marvin, we couldn't get over ourselves to give our mother that peace, to give your grandmother that peace. But you know who did? Yes, your mother. Your mother was able to take that weight. That's what she does every single time for this family. She takes that weight. Give me the weight.
Onto it.
So you look at the TV like, oh, I get it now. That's the key word. Give me the weight. So he was like, she's the one that always do it. So before you try to blame anything on her, he was like, the D-Wiz thing was my fault. He was like, that's on me. I'm the one that killed D-Wiz. He was like, but she was the one that gave you the order. He was like, if I would have said no, D-Wiz would probably still be here. We would have found another way. But you need to realize what I've realized is that this whole game, it takes a lot of responsibility. It takes a lot of accountability. You got to take yours. You make all the decisions that you do as a man. Like you got to hold that weight. And he was like, your mother is more of a man than any of the other niggas that you know in this world. Like, yo, this is like the third or fourth time someone's had to tell Kanan about his own mother.
But he still don't believe them. That's the sad part. Like, he don't, like, they're not all lying to you, bro. You think that all these people just saying it just because that, no, this is who she really is. And wait, wasn't D-Wiz his fault, though?
Yes.
It's
That's
Kanan's fault.
that pisses me the fuck off, that he keeps blaming her for D-Wiz when it was your fault, nigga. That's on you.
What did he do to make, I can't, like, what did he do to make
it was him and D-Wiz shot $120.
Yes, over something dumb.
They shot but over the blocks because $120 was selling drugs on one of Rock's blocks after Rock had already made the agreement with Unique to stop any war going on between them. She gave up those blocks, and that's why $120 was selling on the block. But Kanan didn't know that, so he decided to go shoot him with D-Wiz. And that's where the whole term "the streets need a body" came from, because that's what Unique told Rock, that someone got to be responsible. Someone was responsible for that. The streets need a body. Streets need a body for that. A body for a body, basically. And she was like, "I'm going to protect my son, so it's going to be his friend." And Lulu gave him the night of his life. He fucked that girl in the bathroom, and he got one good nut before he died.
He damn sure did, right? That was like the first season too.
Got that one good nut. Man.
And he been sour about Rock ever since.
Ever since then, we still dealing with the aftermath of that.
Yep.
Like, all these seasons later. What is it? It's 4 seasons later, and we still dealing with him still mad about D-Wiz when that shit is your fault, nigga. Your fault. Thinking too fast, thinking that you know everything when you don't. You don't even know.
You want to be a killer so bad, and look, dummy.
Kanan will never learn. I feel like he'll never learn.
He won't.
He's still even in the OG series, he was blaming other people for his problems.
Yep. It's true.
But here we are all these years later. But yeah, so the main other than the ending of this whole thing, the main scene that everybody is talking about was Snaps and Pop Henry introducing Kanan to their nephew, Branford Frady, aka niggas on the block call me Breeze. I pop so much, Krssi. I popped like it was game 7 and my team just hit the game winner. I was like, finally, after all these years, after all this time, we finally got it.
That's Miles Morales.
I think they
AKA,
this was
Raekwon.
Yes, Raekwon. I think this was perfect casting. Honestly, I really do. I really do. He got the feel of a Breeze. The way this whole scene went. I loved the Snaps introducing him as a scholar and an entrepreneur, all in one. He said he's one of the most brilliant minds in the game right now, and so. And he said he's both learning and building all at the same time.
Yes. I love the casting of Snap and Pops. I think these two people are so brilliant. And it'd be the matching outfits for me. I get excited to see what they have on every time they come on the screen. I told my husband, me and him gonna be Snap and Pops for Halloween.
I love that.
I was like, we need a costume that we can be matching. We Snaps and Pops, niggas.
Please, we need pictures of that and everything. We need pictures of
Well,
that.
first I need to go to a Halloween party for it. But yes, if we go into a Halloween costume party and we gotta get an outfit, we snap and pops. Give me a black wig just like that, and we gonna get some. I don't know what outfit we gonna get that's matching, but we gotta get some hot. We gotta look at
You gotta get a mink coat. We gotta get one of and the sweaters.
And the sweaters. Yep, the Coogee sweater. Something. They had a little track suits. Something that matches. That's cohesive. And yep. Get him a hat and some glasses because he always got on the damn hat.
Yes, he always got the damn hat on and the glasses. He be having it to the side sometimes. Oh man, yeah. We need pictures of that and everything for you to be snaps and pop. But yeah, this scene was so well done. I thought it was I know there's people online that was like, oh, it was lame or it was lazy the way they introduced Breeze. I like it. I don't think that we can introduce him in like a gunfight or anything like that.
No.
I think we needed to introduce him in this way, and it makes snaps and pop that much more important to the overarching story of power.
Mm-hmm. Like they're so untouchable, they're so far up top because they helped him get to where this is all happening that he's not even going to be thinking about snaps and pops and what they have done to him. Because they're elevating him, they're making him get more money. They're treating him how he's always wanted to be treated, as an equal or a partner per se. And they played this so well. And then they do it on the streets, right in Jamaica, Queens, right in the heart, right next to the Coliseum. It was like perfect scenery. It was a perfect scene of where they shot that whole thing. I was like, look, that's the Coliseum right there. Landmark. You can't touch it.
Indeed. We got a bunch of comments about Breeze in the chat. Ace says Breeze, laughing emojis. We got Power Driver Finisher says love it. We also got DeMarcus who says Breeze is dressed like Cole Brown from Martin.
Yeah, he is though. That's a good one, DeMarcus. That is a good one because Cole Brown had the hat on. He was to the side.
Yep.
I'm all backwards. Excuse me. That is a very good depiction of Cole Brown. That is so good. Yes, Cole Brown.
That's a good callback. It says, just get him a flat cap and the glasses. Talking about your husband. No, he's talking about your husband for the snaps costume. We got DeMarcus. He says Breeze will teach Kanan how to play chess. Yeah, because he's playing Connect 4. He's not even
playing checkers. No.
Everybody else is playing checkers and snaps and pops is playing chess. Man, Kanan over here playing trouble.
Hungry hippo. He's a hippo. He's trying to.
He playing hungry hippo. He playing the thing where you bop the heads and shit. Like he's playing something else. He not playing the same game as everybody
Definitely
else.
Not playing the same game. And again, you have snaps and pops who are the masterminds of all of this, and no one sees them. Not even Rock, but Jupe is the only one that has questioned snaps and pops. The only person.
We said it last week. We think that Juke is going to be the one who finds out that it snaps and pops behind all of this before anybody else.
We gonna see.
We got Power Drive Finisher says he's playing coin flip with a checkers piece. He playing flip cup at this point, man. He drinking. He on that scissor or something. I don't know what's going on with this nigga. But Unique has set his war in place. They go, his gang goes and burns down the Golden Pavilion. They go and burn down Stefano's shop. They go and shoot at Marvin. Marvin pulls up to like this gas station.
I was like, this is it. I was like, no.
The drive-by. Yep. The drive-by comes, he hides behind his car. They take out everybody that was outside that store. And Marvin is able to avoid the bullets. He goes and shoot after them when the car drives away, and he is alive. Oh my God, thank God.
Listen.
Because before this, we thought it sounded like he was having his last conversation with his daughter. Like him and Juke talked, where this was after Juke had her whole meeting with Rock, and she was like, Rock says that she didn't do it, and even though he had his whole argument with Rock, he still was riding for his sister. He was like, Rock didn't do that. I would know. He was like, if Rock did that, if Rock was behind what happened to Famous, I would know. If Rock was behind what happened to Crystal, I would know. She ain't do that. She's done a lot of things, but she ain't do that one. So,
even the stuff with Fame, they said the same with Famous. She didn't do that. Like both brothers is both saying that's not her. And those two guys would have known it, and they didn't know about her, sleeping with Unique. But nevertheless, this is what it is.
They know certain things. They don't know everything. They don't know everything. To be fair, they don't know everything. But yeah, that leads to Kanan after he has his meeting outside of his apartment with Garcia. Him and Juke are talking in his apartment, and she basically tells him, she was like, "You don't know that it's Rock. He just said that a black woman walked out of the apartment. That don't mean that it was Rock." And he was like, "Tell me you don't think it's her." She was like, "My dad said that it's not her, so I don't think it was her." And he was like, he wouldn't lie to me. And Kanan doesn't want to hear any of it. He grabs his gun. She tries to stop him, and he was like, "You either with me or you against me." And put the gun in her face. I was like, if Juke don't knock this nigga the fuck out. This nigga is out of his ever-loving mind. Don't do that to our jukebox. That's our jukebox.
That's our jukebox, yep.
That's our jukebox. What are we doing? What are we doing here? So this leads to the big climax scene. Season 4 ends with a huge piece of a cliffhanger as Kanan shows up at Rock's home with a gun pointed at her. Although meant to be startling, Kanan's increasingly level of paranoia and distrust towards Rock only intensifies in the latter parts of the season. As he points the gun at his mother, she tries to appeal to his better senses, stating that while she may have done bad things in the past, she is innocent of the allegations he is leveling at her. Unfortunately, because Kanan's belief in her words has dwindled so much, he refuses to see any rhyme or reason or logic to her actions other than to control him like a puppet and keep him close to her. She was like, why would I take out Crystal? She was like, you don't want anyone around me. You just want me to yourself. It is a life-changing moment for Kanan to face his mother like this. However, we are left in the dark regarding the outcome of the scene as the screen fades to black before a gunshot echoes in the distance. We hear Kanan says, "What? And what?" Basically, the older Kanan with the narration.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. The whole confrontation between mother and son has been brewing for a while, mainly because tensions have grown more and more tenacious since Kanan realized how invasive Rock can be and when she wants to achieve her goals. So far, he has seen her ruthlessly dispatching people close to her without any hesitancy. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that he loses his faith in his mother, especially after Famous and Crystal's death, two people who were extremely close to him, whose murders leave an indelible mark on his fragile psyche. He believes that his mother even killed them and OC, an idea put in his head by Snaps and Pop. All in all, his trust level in his mother, which has been bad for a long time now, reaches an all-time low near the season's conclusion, and to that end, a clash between them in season 4's end feels unsurprising. While things don't look so good for Rock, there is a chance that Kanan listens to reason, and the gunshot we hear later is only meant to be a false clue. Despite his hatred towards her, killing Rock will only exacerbate Kanan's problems and make him susceptible to the game being played by Snaps, Pop, and Unique. They want Kanan and Rock to be torn apart, which weakens the entire Thomas family operation from the inside. To that end, if Kanan kills Rock, he will basically carry out the enemy's dirty work. Instead, mother and son should put their differences aside and work together to face Unique's army, but we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But that's how season 4 ends. I love this season of Raising Kanan, and
one of the
I
best
thought
seasons,
this was the right way to end it. I don't know if it was as good. I think that season 3 I liked a little bit better. Because
Okay.
season 3, you had the big pop at the end with Unique still being alive. So I think
True.
season 3 had the better ending. But man, this was the right way to send us off into the last season. I will say that.
A good setup, a good segue for us to get the last official season for this franchise, for this particular series. Um, Everyone came and did their jobs. They did so good this season. Couldn't have predicted any other way. And again, to give us that little egg of giving us Breeze is just like a little like cherry on top. I feel like it just, and like you said, he's going to teach Kanan more of what the game is about because he's not listening to the elders. And I think what Snaps and Pops are saying, you guys are the future, and we need to elevate the future. And I think that's where he will recognize and understand that you are the future, and you're only hindering yourself by keeping this animosity and keeping this stuff from with the elders. That you have to kind of like segue and move to the evolution of you becoming a man and figuring this shit out. And listen to your uncle, like, yo, you need to become a fucking man. You doing these little baby games is not gonna work.
Yeah, he's still acting like a little bitch.
Yeah,
Acting like a little
yep.
bitch, and he's not thinking with his head. He's thinking with his emotions at this point. He's thinking
All
with his heart
emotions
instead of his head.
I don't even think he got a heart. That little nigga, little ungrateful ass nigga, man. Please, you in trouble because of all the dumb shit you do, and then someone else got to clean up your shit. Shut up.
Basically,
Just want to shake you.
basically. He says Kanan needs to realize that Snaps and Pop is the one who popped his girlfriend, not his mom. We got DeMarcus who says the New Jersey crew are the worst hitman ever.
Where, because they not getting that one body.
They don't get now one body out here, except for A-Tone, except for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson got some work done.
Yeah.
We got DeMarcus who says Lulu telling Kanan that Rock took out Joyce Thomas bothered Kanan and convinced Kanan to smoke Rock. No, I think that actually was somewhat helpful to see that Rock will put the family ahead of what she wants and what it's going to do to her. I think that was pushing him towards the side of being like, you know what, maybe there's a reason why Rock said that, why Rock has done anything that he thinks she's done. Like he said in that final scene, he was like, I wasn't even going to kill you for what happened to Famous. He was like, I tried to convince myself. Maybe it was because he was talking too much. Maybe it was because he was snitched. Maybe it was because you knew something that I didn't know. So I think that all those questions that he was saying right there, it really came from that conversation with Lulu. Like maybe he was taking things too far and thinking about killing his mother, and that I think that conversation with Lulu helped. I think that then when he gets told it was a black woman that came out the apartment, he forgets all of that, but he does remember, oh, you took out your mother, I'm going to take out mine. So in the long run, maybe you're right. I don't think Kanan needed to know that it was Rock that took out.
Yeah, I don't think I thought we was gonna keep that a whole secret. I thought we were not gonna even tell tell Kanan or Jupe about that, because they don't really need to know that, because she didn't even come to them. Obviously, she went to her own children because she was in pain, but everyone else was so selfish and thinking about themselves. They weren't thinking about the mom.
Yeah. We got Cortine in the chat joining us. Good to see you, good brother. He says, Kanan is evil, killing your son and aiming a gun at your mom and possibly killing your mom. So, yeah.
Possibly.
That's crazy. He would have killed his mom and his son. This nigga is the most. He might be the most evil character in TV history if he did kill his mom.
True.
Cortine says next season maybe we'll get a war, Breeze versus Unique, and Kanan having to choose a side. We should know when we have the meeting with Breeze and Kanan. Snaps mentions that they want him to work with Unique because Unique has the Italian connect in the short term. Basically saying that we're just going to use Unique for now and then we're going to take him out. And Kanan makes a look like, All right, nigga.
He not understanding these people are puppets. Like they are the masterminds.
They're
They
the
are
puppet
like
masters.
master manipulators. Like they are at the top of the pole, the pyramid. And they are just setting the whole board up.
Yeah, and then Power Drive finisher saying what older Kanan said in the narration. He says, "What you gonna say? What?" He was feeling himself. Like, I shot my mom. DeMarcus says, "Turn off the lights and light a candle for Rock." We should mention that they did do an interview, I think, with Deadline, where they said that Rock is departing the series, that she's dead after this episode. But to be fair, they did that same shit with Unique after the episode last season where he died at the hands of Ronnie. So there's no guarantee until we see the season 5 premiere. We don't know for sure.
Right.
DeMarcus says Rock did tell Snaps and Pop it's the last ones that turn out the lights. Yeah, she says they're gonna be here to the end. They've had to take out a lot of niggas to get in the position that they're in.
And they don't mind it.
Power Drive Finisher says ending was good, but I think it felt a little flat. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, I can understand because anytime there's like a cliffhanger like that, you're gonna have that feeling of, oh man, I didn't get the fulfillment. I didn't get what I wanted out of this. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this because you don't know until you see what's the outcome, what really happened. The other shoe has to drop. At least we know. It's like, you know, we'll do a stream on All American. At least with this one, we know we're gonna get a season 5. We don't know with All American we're getting season 8.
And we need a season 8, people. So let's get it together.
Now, Marcus says season 2 finale was the best. I like season 2. Season 2 finale was when the Italians attacked Rock and all the places. That one had me shooketh. Because that season 2, I still remember season 2 finale as the one where Marvin gets shot and he's looking for somebody to get into the door because the Italians are coming and he got shot. And then it's the dude in the wheelchair that he had the confrontation with earlier. It was like, yo, come.
Yeah, they helped him in the project. Yeah,
he's the one that saved him. Season 2 is up there. I think it's between season 2 and season 3 because season 3 you got them taking out Howard and Ronnie, and then we reveal that Unique is still alive. So I think that it's neck and neck. Those 2 finales are the best out of Raising Kanan. Cortine says, I thought Marvin was going to get be put down or arrested. Everything went wrong for him this season. Thank God. I want to thank Sasha Penn. I want to thank the Power, writers and directors. Thank you for keeping our Marvin safe.
For sure. Appreciate you. For sure.
DeMarcus says, remember that Dre pointed the strap at his mother, Vanessa, also? Yes, I remember that episode. That was one of the prologue episodes after Ghost got killed.
Yes.
That was one of those episodes. Cordine says, how many seasons do you think Power Origin should have? I think 5 is what
5
Sasha
is
Penn
decent.
said he wanted for Raising Kanan. He said that was the goal for Raising Kanan. So I would assume that that's the goal for Origins. I think they probably wanted 5 seasons for Ghosts, but they I mean, they're going to continue the Tariq story anyway, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
Right? They're gonna close that one out, but they're gonna still like have Tariq finishes like on another show or spin-off or whatever. Correct?
I think they're going to do something with Tariq and Tommy together. That's going to be both of their next series. Is them combining forces. And then we got Power Driver Finisher who says MVP for this episode he's given to Juke, LVP to Rock, and we got DeMarcus who gives it a solid 9 out of 10, and he gives it a thumbs up. Let us know in the chat if you're with us whether you gave this episode a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Out of 10, what did you give this episode? Who was your MVP and LVP for this episode, as well as MVP and LVP for the season? So, for me and Krssi, for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 10, Give Me the Weight. In 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from all of us. Krssi Love, out of 10, what do you give this episode?
I give it a 9.
I'm going to give it a 9 as well.
Give
This
it a
was a
9.
really strong,
It would have got a 10
way
if
to
the
close out
ending
the
wasn't
season.
like that. Yep. It was a good, strong ending. I'm happy that Uncle Marvin is still alive. But yeah, I give it a 9. 9, solid 9. Nothing higher. It did what needed to be done. Great way to finish off the season. So yeah. Story wise.
Three great episodes.
3 great back to back. Yes.
So who is your MVP for this episode?
MVP of this episode, I'm going to give it to Marvin.
Just as he lived.
He lived.
And he didn't fuck up in this episode.
He didn't fuck up. He had to clean up. He's trying to clean up his wrongs and do everything right. I'm giving it to Marvin. Fuck it. That's right. Uncle Marvin all the way.
That's fair.
You, MVP?
MVP, I think it's got to be like episode 9, Krssi. I got to give it to Snaps and Pop.
Yo, you listen. Pop, they're the masterminds of this whole thing. You like, damn, these two guys. And I didn't even think they'd be around this long. But look at this. Look at where we are.
They still here.
They still here.
Doing their thing.
They still here. They still
causing a ruckus. Causing a ruckus. And they're bigger. They're now bigger than what we thought they would be.
Correct.
And when they were first introduced last season, I don't think any of us thought that they would be the masterminds of the original kind of team that we heard about when Power first was created. We heard about Breeze, and we heard about them, Breeze and Kanan teaching Ghost and Tommy the game. And we did not know that the connection of Breeze and Kanan wasn't them growing up together. It was Snaps and Pop introducing Kanan to their nephew, who is Breeze. So I think that they have to be the MVP for episode 9. LVP for this episode, who you got?
Kanan.
Yeah, it's definitely Kanan.
Another person. Yes, it's him. Yeah.
This nigga is being manipulated to the umpteenth degree, unlike anyone has ever been manipulated. Even more than he would go on to manipulate Tariq. I think that Snaps and Pop have manipulated him even better than he manipulated Tariq. So, who is your MVP for the season, Krssi?
For the season? Ooh, okay. Wow. I give it to Jupe.
I was gonna say, I was like, that's probably who I'm leaning towards, but I wanted to see what you said first. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Jukebox.
For the whole season, yeah.
Yeah, Jukebox, just the evolution that we saw from Jukebox, and we see the pathway of how she's gonna become the Jukebox that we see in the OG series. We still don't see that for Kanan. Kanan is a master manipulator when we get to the OG series, but he's being manipulated so blatantly, and all the signs are there. You have people basically putting stuff together a lot faster than you're able to, but you are so wrapped up in your own emotions that you can't think straight. You can't get 1 + 1 = 2. You 1 + 1 = 8 MC squared. You so out there with your shit because you are so emotionally involved in this shit that you can't see sideways. It's ridiculous. So I don't see how this Kanan that we saw in season 4 is gonna become the Kanan that we saw in the OG series. I definitely see how the Jukebox that we saw in this season and the evolution of her and getting her first kill and being a shooter and everything with the girls in this season, we see how she's going to become the Jukebox that we got introduced to in the OG series. So got to give it to Juke.
Yep. Definitely
Who is
Juke.
your LVP for the season overall?
Kanan. Sorry. That nigga's a loser.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I was thinking about this. I think the honorable MVP for the season is Snaps and Pops.
Yeah, again, again, I'm not mad at the answer. If it wasn't for Jupe, I probably would have given it to them too, because they, again, from where they start to where they are and where they are cementing themselves at is like some top tier diabolical shit.
Yeah. And Unique's up there
Unique
because
too.
Unique is winning.
Yeah.
Unique is
Yeah.
winning. I mean, he's found himself in the middle of a war, so that's why I don't think that. And he is also being manipulated in all of this because he's basically in a proxy war with Phil Russo and Stefano at this point. So, like, I thought that he would come out of this season as a bigger winner than what we ended on. I don't think he's like that. The bigger. I think the bigger winner is definitely Snaps and Pop. And we're just going by like the storylines and who's in the power position. Then yeah, Snaps and Pop is the easy MVP. But I think that we're choosing the MVP based on the performance, the character direction, and where they're at the end of the season. So that's why I'm giving it to Jukebox. But there's definitely a better argument for Snaps and Pop over Unique to me.
It is. For Unique, another person that's taking his cloud and his judgment, his anger. His anger should be at his brother. Your brother's the master manipulator. Your brother's the one that killed you, that did this to you, not Rock. Like, you had a whole fight with your brother, and your brother killed. Like, he threw you down in a whole, like, the damn lake. Like, be mad with your brother. Like, but you so far gone. You think that because of what you saw once you got out, that's what it is. No, your brother was the one that did all of this. And they took care of him.
Exactly.
Well, Kanan took care of him.
Exactly. Yeah, I think if Unique would have found out that Rock had nothing to do with this at the end, I think I would give him a stronger case to be MVP. But yeah, they did. Cortine says they played us. Unique mentioned changing his name, but it wasn't Breeze. Yeah, they had so many people convinced that Unique was going to be Breeze. Even me at one point. I brought up that theory on the show, but I really did. I was like, maybe it is. Maybe we've been seeing Breeze, the evolution of Breeze this whole time. I think that would have been a unique take, but I think it is better that they introduce a whole nother character as Breeze than it being Unique.
Yeah.
Cortine says Ronnie was a super menace. Yo, Ronnie was one of the best villains in this entire series.
Ronnie is like the dude from BMF. What's his name?
Lamar.
Yep.
Yeah. So
they should have given him a little bit more time, but whatever.
Yeah, definitely. He's like the mecca of this season this series.
Yep.
We got DeMarcus, who gives LVP of the season to Stefano.
That's not a bad one.
Not a bad one at all. I'm gonna give it to Early Tyler.
Yep, because he came in from the beginning.
Early Tyler is the one who put the battery in the back of Unique. He's the one that was seeing everything, seeing that Rock has opened up her business again, and that's what led to Unique putting 1 and 2 together and getting like 45. And saying it was Rock. It was Rock behind all of this. And then he was playing both sides of the fence with Unique and Marvin. He fucked up the shit with Marvin and Stefano and the whole business there. And then he became a snitch at the end, going to Stefano after all of that. And then he just got gunned down like it was nothing in this episode. So he's my LVP.
Yep. I have to agree with you. Yep.
And yes, we got Parjoy Finisher says true. Snaps and Pop MVP of the season, playing everyone. Absolutely. No question. But we've made it to the end of this season of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Where do you think it ranks overall in all the seasons of Raising Kanan? I'll give you my ranking off the bat. Off the top of my head, I will say season 3 is number 1 still. Then I would go season 4, season 2, season 1. All the seasons are at least good, but I feel like season 3 had the best writing, even though I think the unique decision was a late call, but Ronnie and that whole arc and him working with Kanan and everything, and then the stuff with Howard getting involved in the business and then taking down Howard, taking down Ronnie at the end, and then the unique return. That's probably the best writing of the series. I think season 4 has been stellar writing as well. So it's neck and neck. I can see some people saying season 4 and season 2 as well. I could see, and some people saying season 2 is the best season. I think all 3 of those seasons are just immaculate. Season 1, the only reason it's number 4 is because it's just the building blocks of everything you see in the later seasons. But that's a good season as well. But that's how I would rank it.
I would go 4. Toss between 3 and 2 for sure for number 2. So I'll probably give it to season 3 as the second best, 2 then 1. So going backwards because they've gotten better. I feel like every single year they've come back. So yeah.
So Marcus goes season 2, 3, 1, and 4. See, I tell you, it's season 2. You can make the argument there as well.
Yes,
Season
there's no
2 is
wrong
really
answer
good.
because they've gotten better as they've gone along, and I think they've gotten better, more better writers as well. So I think that shows you the evolution of the series and how they've evolved and gotten better with even like the people, even the actors themselves. I feel like have gotten better as they've gotten more screen time and more monologues. Like this season gave you so many great like chilled moments where you're like, damn, they act the hell out of this, this scene. Like this scene is like crazy. So I think it's like really like the evolution of even the people that's writing and directing these episodes too.
I agree. Yeah. Let us know in the live chat, how do you rank the seasons of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan? It was a phenomenal season, and we'll be back to talk about season 5, the final season, next year. And yes, Cortine, we will be doing Power Book 4 Force. That starts in the fall. But yes, he says, unless y'all are doing BMF, I do plan on doing BMF because Lamar's back. So if Lamar wasn't back, I would probably not be doing it because season 3 was trash. But Lamar's back, so I'm here to do it. I'm here to do it. Yeah. I'm here to talk about season 4 of BMF for sure. But Miss Krssi Love, thank you as always for joining me for the Power Book 3 Raising Kanan review. If you're watching us on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about the season 4 finale. Give us your ranking of all 4 seasons of Raising Kanan, or Miss Krssi Love. In the meantime, between time, let us know where they can follow you on social media and when they'll see you again.
Hey friends, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you guys. Go back and watch our flagship episode from the flagship show of True Hill Heat from Saturday. Other than that, you can watch our Dark Side of the Ring reviews. They're all up there. SP and I did the latest episode the other day, which was from on Friday about the Sheik. Other than that, you follow me, Krssi Love _1, True Hill Krssi Love, and it's just my plain name. Thanks.
Indeed. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat, patreon.com/True Hill Heat. Best place to support us when we're not here on the wrestling YouTube channel. Check out all of our reviews for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. We did episode 1 and 2 review, episode 3 review, 4 and 5, 6 and 7 together, and then we've broken down all of the last 3 episodes separately. So go over and check those out if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video with all your Power Universe friends, family, and fans, and of course hit the subscribe button for more True Hill Heat sports and entertainment. We'll be doing reviews pretty soon. I don't know, maybe not this coming week because we got a lot of shows over the weekend over on the wrestling channel, but probably then the week following and the week after We'll do Yellow Jackets review for season 3, and we'll talk about the series overall. And we're going to also do All American season 7, and we'll talk about that series overall as well. So go over and check out all the great content we got here. I will be back on your YouTube screens tomorrow twice. I'll be on Fightful Overbook for In the Weeds at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and of course on the True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel for Rated Raw review, reviewing tonight's Monday Night Raw with Romeo and Top Guy JJ. So join us for that. And of course, thank you guys for following us along for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan season 4. We appreciate all the support that we've gotten this season, and we hope that you join us for season 5. Hope you join us for Force and for BMF as well. But for Miss Krssi Love, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 10, Gimme the Weight review. We are signing off until next time.
Laters.